Equity is overcoming the unfairness caused by unequal access to economic resources and power. Social equity is affordability, accessibility, and availability in the communities that have been marginalized the most, the communities that have been impacted the longest, the communities that have been impacted by the war on drugs, poverty, the war on Black and brown bodies. Those are the legacy communities that we speak about. Those are the communities that we're fighting for when we are saying we need social equity. Social equity needs to start now. Social equity doesn't look like equalness, it looks like equitable. It looks like equity. It looks like Black and brown and marginalized communities finally getting the opportunity to be back at the tables that they built.
Social equity is giving preferential treatment to the ones who have been purposefully left out. Social equity is righting wrongs of over-policing. Social equity is crafting policy that takes into consideration past racist policies. Social equity is righting wrongs of the drug war. Social equity is taking a good long look at the marginalized with an eye towards leveling the playing field.
What does social equity mean to me? Social equity means to me finally having something that can put Black people, communities of color, on an even playing field. Since we've been here, we've been suppressed, been put in a position to where we could not excel. We've always getting these excuses that we can't find money to help your community. We can't find money to help your youth programs. We can't find money to help the education. We can't find money to help build your economics. Well, finally, we found some money. So social equity to me, or let me say for you not to be for social equity for communities of color who have been impacted by the war on drugs. A war on drugs that did not just mean crack cocaine or hard drugs that we think of. We think of the 80s, we think of the war on drugs and the campaigns that went on to put a lot of Black people in prison. A lot of Black men destroyed a lot of families. The war on drugs also meant marijuana. It also meant people that got struck out because they had a seed on them, because they had a joint on them, something that's illegal now. I did 3 years. I've only been incarcerated one time in my life. I did 3 years in federal institution. I spent time in 9 different institutions across this country at 21 years old, first offense for weed, for marijuana that's now legal. And the same people that benefited off of my Black body and other Black bodies going to jail, families being torn apart, the same individuals, the same entities and racist structures that were set up for this to happen and benefited off of that, now are benefiting off of it being legalized. That's not justice to me. That's not equal. That's not equity. So social equity to me means finally having a means to help uplift our communities financially. And finally doing rid of something that was horrible when it was what created the war on drugs. Social equity to me means people stop doing years and wasting years of their lives like I did for no reason. I can't get that time back, but we can get this money to help serve our communities properly. Social equity.